So welcome to Hobbiton in Matamata, New Zealand. We're going to go have a private tour, so come on with me for a sec. This crazy place is filled with tourists and lovers of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but we're going to go have a private tour, so come on this way. So they've turned this farm into, the actual movie set, which is kind of cool. But we get to go meet our guide, Hayden, and have a private tour, which is something we've been looking forward to for a while. So come on along. There's Terry and our erstwhile guide, Hayden.
Grass cutting. It's going to be great for the camera as well. So as we're walking around today,
first off, let me introduce my friend Hayden.
Yes. Hello, I'm Hayden. Nice to meet you guys.
From Cambridge, New Zealand.
Well done, you remember. Well done. I like that.
Some of the gray cells are still left. and we are at Hobbiton, the movie set for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. All right, sir.
So one thing you guys will notice as you go around today is, you may have already noticed it thus far, the Hobbit holes are different sizes. Now, it's not a random thing, it's a very good reason, because of course in the books, hobbits are quite small.
Yep.
So tall male hobbit stands about 3.5 foot, which is about here.
Yep.
Whereas wizards and elves are taller than us. So that yellow and the blue door that you pass to get in here, they are about 90% to scale. So for example, we place the Hobbit actors in front of them, look roughly normal size, whereas as you can see on the camera, we're standing in front of this one, suddenly we look a whole lot taller than we actually are. So this one here is about 60%.
Can you move in our cameraman here?
So this is for a movie technique called forced perspective.
Okay.
Now this movie technique wasn't really well used before Peter Jackson came along. It was used here and there on The Odd Thing. But then Pete came along, did The Lord of the Rings, and very much made it his own. And the movies are full of countless great techniques, and then he enhanced them with the Hobbit movies as well. So for example, there's stunt doubles all over the place. For example, at the beginning of the first movie, when Frodo jumps into Gandalf's arms. Now, the person jumping is actually Elijah Wood, that's who plays Frodo.
Yep.
Elijah Wood's stunt double, his name is Kieran. He's from New Zealand, he's about 3'6", and he was just used in stunt doubles a whole bunch of things. He's actually jumping into the arms of Gandalf's stunt double, who was called, you may have heard the other tour guide talking about it, his name's Tall Paul. In costume, he's just over 7'1", and he's a local cop from...
7'1".
Yes.
For those of you that can't understand Kiwi, I'll interpret here as we go along.
Sorry, if you want me to talk slower, okay.
No. I mean, no, just got to be real.
Yeah, so there's a 3'5" guy jumping into the arms of a 7'1" person, which just really helps with the perspective and seeing different sizes.
Yeah.
So it's countless things like that, and they had doubles for everything.
Yeah.
For example, in the first movie, there's a horse that's called Bill the Pony.
Yep.
There's actually 3 types of him. So in some of the scenes when he's standing next to the hobbits, there's a bigger horse. When he's next to the tall folk, there's a normal sized horse. And then in one of the scenes of the Fellowship of the Ring, there's a scene where they're all going across a snowy mountaintop, and that was a bit too extreme for the horses. And so in that scene, Bill the Pony is actually 2 actors dressed in a horse costume. So the more you know.
There you go. Well, what else can you show us around here?
We can see everything from here.
Yeah? Okay.
So this is our main veggie garden.
All right, so we can...
This one is our biggest one. We do have about 4 or 5 others as you go around, but this one is definitely the biggest one.
So I got a question, though, that everybody's been dying to know. When you read The Hobbit, a lot of people think that the hobbits are smoking pot. So... what's your considered opinion on that as an employee for Peter Jackson? So
in the books and the movies,
they're smoking something, and
they are smoking what we consider as weed.
Okay.
It is for them. It is classified as weed.
Yeah.
In example, in the second Lord of the Rings movie.
Yep.
In the extended edition, there's actually a scene where they essentially hotbox a room. So it is classified as wead.
Nice. Well, I mean, we're from Colorado, and weed's legal in Colorado, so everybody's excited about this. We just so the hobbits are stoned. They've got their little garden over here, and they live in little tiny little tiny huts. Oh, so let's take a look over here at this swing. Can you see come over here and just show us the little hobbit swing?
Sadly, that swing does not hold my weight.
I can imagine. It doesn't even look like it would hold a hobbit weight.
We do have a few hammocks around that can hold our weight, which is quite nice.
All right, well, let's move along.